And we're live. We're back. It's a dawn of a new Goons games and gear. We have officially hit 10,000 downloads. Yay!
Yay.
Yeah, all right. I mean, we could have sounded more enthusiastic, but we're very tired because we had technical difficulties for this episode. We changing some things around. Just to give a little bit of more of an update on our side, we are now live streaming on Facebook on our Facebook page Mondays and Fridays, usually or around 7:30 Eastern Standard. And then the VODs will go up the next day on like YouTube and stuff, including on Spotify. So the audio version will be available the next day. But if you want to catch it live free of charge, you can always check our Facebook, like the page. We're finally making use of it. So, oh my God, I just got teased of Derek's shirt and it's glorious. So, yeah, we usually start our episodes like this with Derek's shirt of the day. This is amazing.
Oh, Bidoof, gnaw on.
What is what is the 2 and 5? Is that Bidoof Day?
It was for the 25th anniversary last year for
Okay.
Pokemon.
Okay. I'm very jealous of the shirt. I'll hand it to you.
Goes great with my
Yeah.
my sign.
I have my Evo official Tekken shirt, which is a meme. I mean, I don't usually do a shirt of the day, but I love this shirt. I wear it all the time. The classic Tekken meme. So yeah, just want to talk about that. Anyway, remember to like, comment, subscribe everywhere now, including Facebook, where we're doing primarily our live streams. So that's pretty cool. And we'll get just started here. Let's talk about the Sony State of Play. I mean, that's what it's called, right? State of Play.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not. I mean, I don't really play Sony. I mean, I don't have a PlayStation 4 anymore, or 5, or 2, or 3, or 1. So these means less to me, even though they basically more so confirm that more of their exclusives are coming to PC. So that's cool to me. Like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I'm happy about that. When weirdly enough, they didn't. So in the State of Play, they didn't show Miles Morales, or at least I didn't see it anywhere. And then IGN came out and said that the interview they had a follow up with Sony. They're like, yeah, Miles Morales is coming out in fall. It's like, okay, well, you kind of made that a little more. Well, see, what I don't understand, why don't you just make it a bundle? If they made it a bundle for $60 for both, like the complete edition for PC, it's gonna sell incredibly well.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's gonna sell incredibly well either way, like both of them.
They know they'll sell regardless if they bundle them or not. So
now I didn't play it, but is Miles Morales worth $60? It is. I mean, it was.
No, it didn't come out at 60.
Oh, it did.
It came out at 50.
Okay, I didn't know. Okay. Well, is it worth $50 then?
I'd say so.
Okay.
It's a game like there's some replayability, but like there's new game plus and stuff, but it's kind of like a one and done, and you do like everything in the game and that's it.
I mean, wouldn't that apply to the Spider-Man as well? Like
yeah, they're both the same.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still just a great time. I can't imagine.
Oh, it's just a great game. Yeah.
Right. I don't have it up because I can't change my Discord screen. So if you could just enlighten us of the best parts of the State of Play, that'd be appreciated.
All right. So they started with Resident Evil 4 remake, which is like a big deal.
I'm reading everyone's like crying about it. Like oh, they shouldn't remake it. It's a masterpiece. I don't see. I can't please the internet.
So like Resident Evil 4, right, is an amazing game. Right. Everybody loves.
Like I don't mean to interrupt you. It's just I've been told it's like the best Resident Evil game ever.
So that's what like the normies and everybody say, but Resident Evil 4 is the start of like the downfall of Resident Evil, where they switched to like an action shooter.
Was that the one in
like
Africa?
A horror. No, that's 5.
Okay,
that's where you're punching boulders as Chris Redfield.
yeah.
And that game's like awful, but like it's so goofy, it's great,
Right.
But like 4 was like the start of the action adventure shooter and less of like horror, which that was like what Resident Evil always was. So,
okay.
I mean, but this is like a huge deal for everybody because everybody loves that game. So
I honestly don't remember playing it, so I might pick it up.
I'm sure it'll be good.
Right.
I don't doubt it. They've been killing it lately, Capcom. So, then they went into a couple of PSVR 2 games. They're doing No Man's Sky, the VR version, finally.
I thought it had I was reading it had a VR version.
It does, but I don't think it was on the regular PSVR. I think it was only on like the PC version for like the Quest and the HTC Vive and stuff.
Okay.
Resident Evil 8's getting a full PSVR mode. Resident Evil 4 is also going to have some sort of VR mode. They didn't say what it was.
8 is
but
Village, right?
yeah.
Okay. I don't know, like, honestly, I'm not a Resident Evil person, so I don't know like the.
Yeah, basically they're remaking the whole game, and making it for VR.
You think it's worth it? I didn't you say Village wasn't as good as a.
7 was like amazing. I thought they killed it with 7. They like went back to the horror route. See, I wish that Village had VR from the start, because like 7, my first playthrough of it, I played it fully in VR, and it just made the game like a million times better.
Gotcha.
So,
wait, is 7
yeah.
7 Biohazard? Is that?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought 7 was Village. Okay. Village was when you were like, weren't
Village was like, the best part was the Lady Dimitrescu, the big,
the mean lady, the step
sexy
on my face
vampire.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That was like the best part, and then the rest was like poopy. So
is that like a shared opinion upon?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know many people that actually liked Village. The story is now focused on the like new guy Ethan that they introduced in 7.
Mm-hmm.
So like Chris is there, but he's not like a good guy, without spoiling too much for people who haven't played it.
Okay. All right.
Leon's not there. Wesker's not there. Like nobody from the original games is there at all. Let's see what else. They announced Walking Dead, Sinners and Saints
2.
They called it like Chapter 2.
Okay.
I guess it's like a continuation or whatever. And then there's Horizon Call of the Mountain, which is a Horizon like Zero Dawn VR game.
Oh, okay. So it's not. Oh wait. Okay. Yeah. So it's not actually part of Forbidden West. It's its own.
Yeah, it's its own thing. They also announced a big update for Forbidden West that added like New Game Plus, Ultra Hard Mode, like Mog Station, Transmog or whatever, to like change your appearances of your armor.
Okay.
That was all pretty cool. A lot of like quality of life stuff, but Spider-Man's coming to PC. So that'll be good. Stray, which is this cat game that they announced during the like PS5 launch event thing, is coming out July 19th, and it'll be a free plus game. So that's sweet. That I'm super excited for.
Are you just a cat? Like, do you eat cat food? Do you like scratch someone's face when you're okay?
Yeah, you're like a cat with a robot, and the robot talks to people for you, and you're like,
feed me,
doing
human.
Doing cat things. Yeah, pretty much.
No litter box, no problem.
Yeah. The best game was Callisto Project.
Yeah, I've been reading stuff. It's like a horror game. It's
the new game made by the guys who made the Dead Space games. So like that studio that made Dead Space, that's owned by EA, shut down, and they all left, made a new studio, and this is their new game. It looks so good. I'm so excited, and that comes out in December. That's this year.
Okay, so they've been working on something the whole time then.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was this weird game called Roller Drome. It was like roller skating and like a third-person shooter. I didn't really understand it, but whatever.
It's from the makers of Ollie World, apparently.
Yeah, I assume it'd be like a cool indie game. I didn't really like the art style. It was like this weird comic book art style, but whatever. This Eternights game, it was like a JRPG mixed with a dating simulator. That's literally what they said. I was instantly sold though, because there was a quick time event to like hold the girl's hand. You were on like a date, and I was watching it with my girlfriend, and I was like, oh my god, I'm sold. Oh, sorry, my eternal partner of life. my flower child.
Your flower. Yeah. Okay. There's a season, a letter to the future.
I didn't understand that.
Right, it looked weird.
Tunic's coming to PlayStation, which I didn't even know it was an Xbox exclusive. To be honest,
was it exclusive? I know it first came out on Apple.
Yeah, I mean it was like PC and Xbox, but it was like a console exclusive.
I guess timed exclusive for. Yeah. I know it's day one Game Pass, so I assume they just wanted some time for that.
There was the Final Fantasy 16 trailer, which was so sweet. Did you watch that at all?
No.
So it's like about this war, like the gods, like Ifrit, Titan, Ramos, uh, all the Leviathan, those guys, they have like human forms and they're leading these armies against each other. It looks so cool. That's summer of next year.
Okay.
And then the biggest one, I guess, was like Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, we talked about it briefly before. I mean, and my other like group of friends who partake more in fighting games, I mean, we all agree things look sweet. I think it looks beautiful. I'm not a fan of fighting games with open world aspects to them. I don't
So
like that.
the open world part, it confused me because they showed him like running in the streets and stuff, right?
Right.
At one point.
Mm.
But then they showed like a lobby for online play, kind
Mhm.
of like what Jump Force had, where you were like running around a lobby with other people and then you could like queue up or whatever.
Uh,
So I don't really understand it. I assume it's something to do with the story mode mostly.
was See, I didn't play much of it, but Street Fighter 6 wasn't on Xbox. I mean, 5 wasn't on Xbox, right? It was only on PlayStation and
It's a
PC.
PlayStation exclusive, yeah,
Yeah,
and PC.
but it says here Street Fighter 6 is coming to Series X and PC.
Yeah, I think Capcom decided they're doing it everywhere
If
this time.
no, that's. I mean, I think they skipped Xbox because Xbox One was a complete failure. Like,
Right.
I just think it was. So it wasn't worth developing for it. But since it is on Xbox, it better all have crossplay. It
Right.
definitely needs it. But I mean, my friends were telling me that it looks like it's an insert character fight style in terms of the story mode, where like you play as an avatar, but you like pick a character to basically base your character off of and fight as them.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
That's how like Jump Force was too. I
right.
think you like picked like moves from like Vegeta or Naruto or Luffy or whatever.
Oh, but did your avatar actually use those moves, or did you just play as the character?
You played as like your avatar, yeah, and they
Okay.
used those moves.
See,
So
I mean, I would love a create a character, but then you just copy someone else's moveset. I'm totally fine with that.
right,
I would.
but that was only for like the single player mode too. So I assume
Well, I
it'll be
get
the
that.
same here.
I
Yeah,
also saw there was like a leaked like leaked 22 player roster or character roster.
I saw that too. Yeah,
I don't know how much I believe it because Blanca was there, and Blanca is a complete meme.
right,
He's notoriously bad in every game he's ever in, and like even
right.
he was DLC for 5, and like no one plays him because he's just still terrible. But I saw Akuma, and Akuma is my favorite character of all time in like most video games besides Virgil, and I would love to play this game. Like I want to play. I think it looks gorgeous.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
love the
I want to
graphics.
play it.
I just want to play as Akuma, and apparently there's like a new like super. I mean, they have a new drive mode, which is that what it's called, right?
Yeah, I think so. Something
Yeah,
like
something
that.
like I guess it's like where you buff your character and stuff like that. I'm cool with that. Other than that, I mean, I love the trailer. I'm so happy we got a lot of actual gameplay and no more CGI crap.
Yeah.
I love the kick. I think I'm not sure if he's a kickboxer, but he just like uses his feet to fight the whole time. I don't know any of the
Oh
characters'
yeah.
name. Apparently, one of
No.
them. I don't think it's him. One of them is like proficient in uh drunk boxing, which would be pretty cool as a character.
That's really cool.
That'd
Yeah.
be really cool. I think this game looks gorgeous though. I really do. I think it says they're using the same engine from the RE engine used from Resident Evil 7 and Village. So I guess they couldn't do like the cartoony, like, because this looks more serious. This looks more towards Tekken than it does Street Fighter in terms of like
Right.
graphical fidelity. But I mean, I think it's like I don't know. I think it looks gorgeous. This better be 4K 60. I don't know how it can't be. I really don't.
Right.
Like, if it's just 101, like, yeah, you have to worry about the background animations, but I think it's totally plausible. Granted, it's a risk because like at 4K, you in a fighting game, you need to have a stable frame rate. You have to.
Right.
It can't be dipping. So either way, I give that trailer like a 9 out of 10. I loved it. I thought it was a very well done trailer with mostly fighting, which is what I care about.
Yeah.
I don't really care about the lore, to be honest, but I know some people do. But I also just don't like. I don't like story modes where it's more running around than it is fighting. Usually,
Right.
what was it? There was a certain Naruto game that did it really well. Was it broke? It wasn't Broken Bonds, was it?
there was like Rise of Ninja did it really well, where you could like do the super hop
Oh yeah,
like
okay,
across
yeah,
the village.
yeah.
Yeah,
That did well. I like Smash's version of story mode where it's like you saved your friends, but like each thing was like an event match where like there was a stipulation and stuff. I like that.
right.
It wasn't too serious or anything like that. I'm trying to think. There was a really bad one. I mean, I know Street Fighter 5 didn't even have a didn't even have an arcade mode when it
No,
came out. So,
yeah.
um,
Street Fighter 5 also didn't work at all when it came out.
right, that's true.
That's
Yeah,
that's my biggest fear for this game
right.
too, is that the game doesn't work
I feel like
until like season 2.
they had to have learned their lesson because I was such a. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm so glad they kept supporting the game and like their championship edition and like they kept going with it.
Right.
But
The
yeah,
game was like perfect towards the end, other than like the internet connection.
right. I also hope it has rollback. That also needs that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the Sony man. What would you give the state of play?
Uh Give it like a 7.
I think it's an 8. I think all of it's a pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'll say 8. Everything's like pretty solid. I'm very disappointed a lot of it is stuff like next year. That was my biggest complaint. Like Calypso Project was the only thing this year. There was no God of War, which has to be coming out this year, right?
And they confirmed it was this year. Maybe they're just waiting to be a
Yeah.
little bit closer. Actually, I didn't think about that. Yeah, they definitely. I'm surprised they didn't tease anything. Maybe
Yeah.
what I mean, even if they didn't want to show gameplay, they could have been like they could have just shown off a date for the real trailer, which would have got people hyped.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
I thought they could have ended. It's like, oh, one more thing. It's just like the Ragnarok symbol, and then August 15th or something. Bam.
Right.
I mean, that's how I would do it. Let's see here. Yeah, Spider-Man. I mean, the Spider-Mans are coming out this year, so that's cool. But that's not really like a like
It's
replace.
just,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Replacing users like okay, I already played the game. I'm not gonna get it for
Right.
usually not gonna get it for PC. Did they? Well, yeah, no one's gonna confirm it's making the PlayStation VR 2, but they're not. They didn't say a release date, right?
They said this year. I
Okay,
think.
so okay, this year. That's cool. I thought the Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 actually looked good, like from a
The
trailer.
first one was really fun. It was a plus game, so
Oh,
I
did you
tried
play
it
it?
out when it came out.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was actually really fun.
It looks interesting. I'm glad VR games are actually like getting fun and good and are real games and not
Right.
like the first year where it's just weird mini games.
Right.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, a lot of this is 2023, which okay. I mean, I feel like state of plays should be just what's coming in the near future or that year. Well, maybe like the
Right.
biggest one. Let's say the biggest one. Yeah, if it's next year, it's next year. But at least gave some information, not all of it.
Right, exactly. Like these state of plays and like Nintendo treehouses, like Nintendo does it fine, right? But like they have one every quarter, so every 3 months. It should just be what's coming out in those 3 months, and then like at the end have like, all right, here's whatever God of War for later in the year,
Right. Oh, okay, perfect. Sorry, I was just double checking something on my other computer. It looked like it doesn't matter. You guys don't need to worry about it. That's a Goons game their problem. Anyway, so yeah, I like as someone who isn't Sony boy, I'd give it an 8. I just liked everything that was shown off, even if like some
Yeah.
of it doesn't really apply to me. But it did interest me in playing Resident Evil 4.
Right.
Well, it just sucks that again most of it's next year, and then I mean I'm excited for the Spider-Mans to be on PC. I'm
Right.
really curious how they're gonna run. And basically now I guess you have to guess how's it going to run on Steam Deck. That's kind of a factor you have to now apply
That
to,
too. Yeah.
But I assume this is the first. Oh wait, was Forbidden West? Or wait, that's the first one, right? Is that what's the first Horizon?
Zero Dawn.
Oh, just Zero Dawn. Okay,
Horizon Zero Dawn.
did that come to PC?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
on Steam.
Okay, do you know how well it runs on like generally speaking? Because that's an open world game, right?
I haven't heard any complaints about like any of them running bad.
Okay,
So,
'cause
like any of the PlayStation games they brought.
because for open world games it's a much bigger hassle in terms of like
Right.
making it for a PC. So but as long as they keep knocking it out of the park, I'm wondering what the first game's going to be for a flop for Sony to PC.
Right.
So all right, well that's cool, I guess. And then all right, let's talk about the next trailer, which was, well, I guess we'll go with Sonic. I guess we gotta address some criticism.
Right. Listen, I'm sorry we said this game was good. All right. We understand now. that everybody just wants to hate it. And me too, right? Like I thought about it and I was like, yeah, like after watching the new trailer about the combat, I was like, this world looks super boring. It looks like a fan made game where Sonic's just like thrown into like an Unreal 5 world. Um, but right, we don't know. This game could be amazing.
I feel like I have high hopes for it. I want it to do well
until you get into like.
Okay, right. My logic, right? My theory crafting that the world is so empty because you're Sonic, right? You're going fast.
Right.
You're not. It's not Breath of the Wild where you're like running around everywhere or riding your horse or something. Sonic is like blazing through these areas or whatever. So 90% of it doesn't matter.
I see. Because I don't know how much they could change for it. Like, how are they gonna make the combat better? I mean, I actually liked how the combat was for Sonic. I think it's gonna change it up, compared to other games.
The combat's cool, right?
Right.
Like
The open world is kind of.
I think the enemy with the like metal head is really annoying. I feel like that guy should be like nerfed or something. Maybe take a little less hits, but
right.
like I like all his like combo moves he can do. I even like the like what was I calling it before? Oh, the Pokemon Ranger thing, right? Where you're drawing circles around the guy
the first thing
and
I
it
thought
does
about.
something,
Yeah.
right? Like it's cool. And where he fights the big guy, it just reminded me of Shadow of the Colossus. Like, and that's sweet. Like I don't know.
I mean, at first, like I thought the open world looked pretty good and like gorgeous wise, but when I really thought about it, like it's not Sonic. It's like
no. It's like weird seeing like the grinding rails just kind of like floating in the sky in some spots and
right.
I don't know. There needs to be like more. There needs to be like a city and like also the music choice is terrible. Like give me
it was
hard rock and roll, not this like lullaby music.
Right. It was really like monotone. I was like, what am I listening to? Like, why? I don't want to go to sleep yet.
Seriously.
Like, yeah, Sonic's about speed and like adrenaline. They picked the most like somber music to
yeah.
And it's like, take some inspiration from the classics. Like I would think about Casino Night. Like that's a classic, right? But imagine like a world in Sonic where like everything's like, lights up. It's, casino related. Like they totally could have done it. I think they made it too real. They put too much emphasis on realism and kind of forgot that Sonic has like a like a cartoony world building behind it.
Yeah.
I still want it to do well though. I want Sonic to come back and I want this to be what it needs, what it needs to be. It's just unfortunately it's like they're making some weird mistakes, and I hope this isn't just the only world.
Right.
That's the other problem.
Go to other zones where there is a city or like a casino world or something like that, not just like grass and fields of emptiness.
Right. I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, GameStop has like the exclusive for like the month, so I guess they did some kind of partnership. But the way they phrase this is featuring you first look form. Wait, oh my god. Featuring you first long form look at Sonic Frontiers open zone gameplay. Now, based on the wording open zone, I'm going to assume there's more than one. But they use zone, but Sonic always has, replaces world with zone. So, it's never like Green Hill. It's never like, oh, you're in this world. It's always zone. So I'm not sure if that's just because it's Sonic or it's literally this zone versus other zones.
Right.
So, but I mean, I like how you put it with the Unreal Engine 5. That I could see that now. Like this, it kind of looks like a tech demo.
Right, just like watching it. Right, exactly. That's exactly what it looks like. But I don't know. I still have hopes. Right.
Right.
Like I still hope this does good.
It needs a lot more smaller enemies scattered around.
Right.
Wow. Man, wait, now you say it really does look like a. I still like the way it looks. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like I don't know. The presentation just is so like boring to what a Sonic game should be.
Right. Like I love this. Like I'm just watching it as we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Like I love this like big boss battle he has where he like runs up the arm and drops down. Like that's cool. That's what it should be. But then like you just like look around in the background, there is nothing else.
Right.
Like there's not a building that he's gonna like go to or something, or
Nah, still.
unless this is like super early footage, but at this point, right? Like the game was supposed to be out last year, I think, and they delayed it.
Right.
So
So they have to be
it's
close to some degree.
at least, yeah.
Right. Like if you're gonna delay it, the assumption was that like there's a fair amount of problems you have to handle before it's actually released. But yeah, it's like, and there's the gerbil wheels that we assume is like the beacons, which
Right. Right. They're gonna like unlock the map for you and
Right.
show you like hot spots or whatever.
there's where Amy is. I gotta help her.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it says release date to be determined this year. So it is this year. It's coming on everything. So I don't know.
This
Again,
game's not running on the Switch. by
yeah,
the way.
yeah,
Absolutely
it's
not.
just not. That's not happening. So I don't know. I'm afraid for it now, but I'm hopeful. That's in like if this flops, I'm like I don't know what they're gonna do with Sonic. I honestly think at
I
that
don't know what
point.
Sega's gonna do. I think they might just be dead after if it flops.
Oh no, I mean, oh, it's like yeah. I keep thinking Capcom. They really should sell it to Nintendo. I think Nintendo could do a lot with Sonic.
Right.
That's really what it comes down to. If this flops, because what do we have? Sonic Origins. It's like okay, well, you made 800 editions, so we don't even want to buy it at this point.
Right. And that's just re-releasing the original games.
Right.
It's not like a new game.
Right. So well, all the best, and we will have
good
more.
luck to them.
Well, I guess we'll recap next Friday because I think they're doing a new thing every day. Oh no, it says here check back on Tuesday for the next drop. So I guess it's now like
Okay.
every Tuesday, I guess, or at least once or twice a week. I guess it would come down to. So
Okay.
yeah, we'll come back to it. Let's see what's next. Oh, Pokemon. Okay, now on the totally opposite side, that
They
trailer,
killed it.
yeah,
Absolutely perfection. All right, listen, Pokemon community. Just love this game. Lechonk? Oh my god.
Dude,
I would
yeah.
die for that pig. Come on.
And also, he's not even fat. That's actually muscle mass.
I know. He's a beefy pig. It's crazy.
He's the I guess the normal mascot because every game always has like the bird and the normal type.
Right.
So this is the normal type, which easily the best ever. Like we don't even know the evolution. Like I assume it's going to be great, but I can't even think of one that is close to as great as Lechonk. Raticate. I mean, it's like a classic, but Sentret.
Garbage.
I don't know what the third gen was. I can't think of the third gen.
Zigzagoon.
Thank you. I mean, Zigzagoon was all right. The evolved forms kind of suck. Zigzagoon. The Galarian form Zigzagoon and then Ostrogoon, those are great. Fourth gen.
What was fourth gen? Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah, I can't think of.
I don't want to look it up because as soon as I see it, I know I'm going to be mad.
Let's see. I know. Let's see. Alola's was
Alola's
like the Trump looking.
Young Goose.
Yeah, Young Goose. Which wasn't bad, I guess.
7 was Wooloo.
No, Wooloo was we're on Gen 10 now, so that would be Gen 9.
Oh. What was Gen 8?
Alola. 7's X and Z, X and Y.
Oh, I forgot X and Y. That's right.
Oh,
how could we forget?
Oh my god.
God damn it. I knew it.
Wow. I'm ashamed in myself and us as a whole.
Gen 5, though, I have no idea. I think it was... I'm not going to scroll until I think about it.
Gen 5.
I'm slowly scrolling down.
I barely played that game because it sucked.
Oh, it was Patrat.
Oh.
I wouldn't say Patrat, though. Lilip, right? I'd say Lilip over Patrat.
No. It was Watchdog. It was definitely that one. It was just Lilip would have been the better choice.
Right.
Because it's always a 2-stage evolution for the normals for some reason. So, and then I think that was all of it, right?
6 was Bunnelby. That's right.
Bunnelby wasn't bad.
Yeah,
it wasn't bad.
It was pretty good.
Now I'm not a huge fan of the new Pikachu generation one.
Oh, Wambi, is that what it's called?
Something like that. Like, let's see. Yeah, not well, it doesn't matter. I mean, first of all, also I think I'm not sure who put it up, but like for Jen, Alola's region was the electric. No, it wasn't the electric hamster. Who was the? They had a. Oh, it was like the iron one. It was the steel one, the steel electric. I don't remember his name
For
for Alola region.
Togedemaru?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. What and realistically, it should be Mimikyu. I'm just saying, Mimikyu is the
Right,
go. Like I don't
right.
know why that wasn't the case, but God,
We will never get as good as Meryl, though. I So good. Such a good design.
right. And but still, like even if I'm not a fan of that particular Pokemon, literally the trailer was great. Like the graphics look great. The
Right.
there's 4-player co-op,
Yeah,
which
the online co-op? Are you kidding
that
me?
just
That
came out
looks
of
awesome.
nowhere. See what I saw, and they mentioned trading. I'm very curious on how the rest of it works. Like, can you like battle with?
Like,
Can you do like double battles? Like, you know?
right. Can you like play the whole game together? Is it just like a wild area where you can like stay in that area with your friends and do like raids and whatever if they're bringing that
I
back?
hope so. See that's what I'm afraid of for this generation. I loved everything that was added to Gen
Sword
9.
and Shield was so good. Despite what everybody complains and says about that
Right.
game, like it had probably the most replayability of a Pokemon
Oh yeah,
game
definitely.
in generations. So,
And then they kept giving it like
more and
quality of
more. Oh, with the
yeah,
DLC, yeah.
quality of life updates. Like, oh, now you can switch from Gigantamax to Dynamax and vice versa.
Right.
Thanks. Oh, you want to go? You want to find the legendaries? Okay, we're making it into a raid battle. And it was like the most fun
Oh,
feature
it's so
ever.
good.
It's like, granted, they completely floundered the queue system and like Pokemon or Nintendo usually does, where I can't like I can't queue up with you and then strangers. It has to be like you have to win the prize of joining my game before everyone
Right.
else. It's like
Yeah.
why? Come on, stop with this code crap. I mean, so the game looked gorgeous. I'm very surprised about that.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna assume it's not gonna have the complete Pokedex. I don't think we'll ever have another Pokemon
No.
game. You know,
I like the formula though of like do DLC and add like 200 more Pokemon. And even if that doesn't complete the decks, who cares at this point?
it just kind of depends on the base game selection, though.
Right,
You
that
know,
too.
let's see here. I still want to know if we're gonna get an evolution because it's been a couple generations,
Right.
and our gym battles coming back. No, actually, so it didn't say in the trailer, but apparently it was confirmed that this particular one, like you can go in any order you want in terms of gyms.
Right. Apparently too, the gyms are gonna have like weather effects to them. So like one's gonna have like snow, so it'll always be hailing. One will be like really sunny on the beach, so it'll
Really,
have like sunny day format. Yeah, apparently it's supposed to be nuts.
dude,
So
give us a Nuzlocke. I know Nintendo, excuse me, hates it. I know it, but
right.
it'd just be fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like just like I know they hate hard difficulties, but it's really like you can choose not to play it. Like have a separate save file. Like Nuzlocks are fun to do for people who,
Seriously.
want to do them. Kids might not want to, but it might be too much for them, and I understand that. But I would love to go. See, my problem is that as an adult, unfortunately, I don't really have the want or need to like restart a file. It's
Right.
like like as a kid, it's like what other choice did you have, and it's like. But now with online battling stuff like that, it's like once I pick a starter, I'm going.
Right.
It's like I don't want to restart the game. But unless you give me, but then again, unless you just give me another save file, I don't see the problem there.
Right.
'Cause they
That
remove
should be
those,
a thing
right?
already.
Yeah, I don't know
But
why you can't do that. It's not, I mean, maybe 'cause they're afraid of like abusing catching Pokemon in one playthrough, putting a Pokemon home, and then putting in your other playthrough. Which,
right.
what do you care?
Right. You gave us Pokemon. You gave us the tool to do that already.
And
Like, come on.
now that we know, did we talk about it with Pokemon Home and the interactions, like how it's now?
Yeah,
Okay,
with Arceus and Diamond and
I'm still
Pearl.
hoping, man. I'm still hoping that my Hisuian forms transfer.
Yeah, I was upset they showed what's her name? Lilligant, and it wasn't like the Hisuian form.
Well, I
I was
see.
kind of hoping we were gonna get those back. like in some way.
I hope we do. I don't think they could ever do it naturally because technically,
Right,
because
it'd have to be
yeah, it
fossils
would have to be fossils. Yeah, or
or
again,
like
if
an
it's
item.
or if it's Pokemon Home, like that's also yeah, that's actually perfect. Like an incense, like how they get Munchlax and stuff like that. Like if you
Right.
breed it a certain way, then or like Cleavor, for example, could still evolve into it could be Cleavor or Skizor because two completely different level up
Right.
mechanics. So they have options. It's just that's why I hope. I loved it. Almost all the Hisuian forms, even if they're not even competitively viable. I like them for a playthrough, especially my
Oh, yeah.
Samurai. Especially my Samurai. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Let's see here, but yeah, I give that trailer like a 10 out of 10, perfection.
Oh, they killed it.
Right. Oh, and the
And
legendaries. We didn't talk about those.
oh, they're sweet, dude. Like ancient Chinese dragons. Like, oh my
So
god,
apparently
they killed it.
the whole games are based. Like one is it's not retro. Tradition versus like modern.
Right.
So like, because I don't remember the names of it, but the red one that's like old school, and the female professor, because now there's two different professors. She's about like old school stuff, and the
Oh
new
yeah.
like the new Professor Daddy, as the internet is dubbing him.
Oh
You know,
my. Both of them.
right, great designs. Like I'm just very curious if it's gonna be like, is it version exclusive or is it just like I actually I
That's what I
think it has to be.
assume, right?
Yeah, it has to be
Yeah.
version exclusive if it's two different. Although that kind of ruins continuity. It's like that's the part
Right.
I don't like about it.
Right. There's too many differences in the versions now, other than like the 3 Pokemon it used to be.
Right. Well, I mean, at least now it's like there's a fair amount of list for exclusive Pokemons in terms of not new ones, but like, oh, in this one you get Dragonite, but this one you get Salamence, so it's kind of a choice.
Right.
I respect it. I understand it. It's just I don't like the two professor aspects. I like the designs. Don't get me wrong. I just think that they need to, I don't know, not have two professors based on the generations because it just ruins any canon.
Right.
Like
Unless they're like both in both games, but like you only deal with one in one game
right,
and deal with the other in the other game. Like that would work, I
right,
guess.
yeah, that would work. That would work. Also, I love Quaxley's personality. I like that he actually does focus on his hat. He's just like,
Oh,
he's just like
so good. So good. They absolutely killed it.
right. Great. I'm super excited. Can't wait
Yeah.
for that game. Can't wait. Cannot wait. All right. But in sad news, Junichi Masuda is he's not gonna he's leaving the studio. He's leaving the Pokemon studio to join the Pokemon company.
Right.
So he's gonna be less involved with developing the games, but like
working on Pokemon as a whole,
right,
basically.
which is like it's not that I mind it because I guess it after 10 generations, which is I think 20 years,
Right.
I understand maybe he's getting a little tired of it, but at the same time, it's like now we're gonna have to deal with someone new, and what? Oh wait, actually, to clarify, do we know if he like mostly worked on this one or on the newest one?
Don't know actually. Let's see.
Yes, I mean he's gonna be working on Pokemon as a whole, which is cool. Good for him. The only issue is again how like how will he influence Pokemon going forward, basically.
Right. Yeah, he worked up to X and Y.
Oh, okay.
And then moved on to helping with Pokemon Go, it looks like.
Really?
So
what's the help with? They add the new generation every like year, right? And then
right.
there's events.
And that's it.
I don't know what's the work on. There's no exclusive Pokemon Go Pokemon, right?
No.
Right. So what's the work?
It was like Meltan for a while, but
right.
then they like distributed him. So
and I wonder if the new Pokemon game's gonna have like a legendary mechanic, like how to get the all the other legendaries.
I hope so. I kind of just hope they keep the raid dungeon.
Oh yeah,
like it's so good.
I love. I mean, the competitive players don't like it, but I love Dynamaxing. I loved that it basically made any Pokemon viable because you could make it into a giant.
Right.
I genuinely like that. I'm very very curious on what like the gimmick is this time. Cause I really don't know what else they could do. We got giant Pokemon, and then we
make them smaller this time.
Make them small. Like, are you gonna make like what was it called? in Alola where it was horde battles, right? It was horde battles where like in wild Pokemon you can find like
Oh, where like 6 would show up or
yeah,
whatever.
you can,
Yeah.
like give a 6v6 format where everyone's just on the field.
Honestly, that'd be like crazy. Have it like a tactical battle where you have to like move. Have it like a TFT fight,
Oh,
basically.
did you see one of the leaks for? It's from a well-known leaker, and it kind of got my hopes up. He was saying that there's going to be a Dunsparce uh, evolution.
No, he's finally doing it. Oh, he's gonna grow up. It's gonna be so great.
Please, I will buy all the Dunsparce apparel, please,
Yeah.
please. So, super excited. I hope this game runs at 60 frames, but I learned the other day that Sword and Shield still capped at 30, so I don't think it's gonna go higher than that.
Right.
Which
I'm excited because this is like the first Pokemon game they're really designing for the Switch too. Like Sword and Shield was like, I think it was like a quarter of the way through development they had said for the 3DS when they were like, "Oh, no, do it for the Switch."
oh really? I
So,
didn't know that. Huh?
yeah. So this will be like
Because this one looks
completely
next
new
gen.
everything.
This like
Right.
the Sword and Shield didn't necessarily look next gen. It like the jump from Alola to that one, despite it being from 3DS to Switch, wasn't really that big of a jump,
No.
graphically. But now this one, it looks like a big jump.
Yeah. Yeah, they used like they like reused a lot of like assets like the sprites and stuff from like X and Y and Alola and stuff. So for Sword and Shield at least.
Right.
But this one looks like all new and all fresh. I know what people are gonna say. They're gonna see someone do an attack and be like, "Well, actually, that was reused from Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire." Dude, shut up. No one cares. Just enjoy the game.
Yeah, really
Come
though.
on.
Okay, so did we play Splitgate at all together? I don't think so.
I don't remember.
Okay, I
I
played
think
it for
I
a little
played
bit.
I played like a couple of matches, yeah.
I actually liked it a lot, at least before Infinite came out. I liked it a lot. So we're gonna bring this up because Splitgate Beta Season 2 launch trailer. So they're coming out with the Season 2. This is what blows my mind though, is that they're still calling it beta. That's so
Right.
dumb. Like, oh, it's
Right.
then
Just release like just don't call it a beta.
yeah. See, I such a slap in the face. Like, so you want me to pay for a battle pass for a beta?
Right.
Like, it just seems so weird. And they got millions of dollars in funding, so I'm not really sure what more they need for the non-beta. Are they making like a story mode or something?
I don't know. They have like a pro league for this game. They I saw that Critical partnered with them to get like a skin pack in there, so they're doing like microtransactions and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
So I don't know what the like why they're still in beta. I don't get it.
It's look, I don't mind them being in beta. What I mind is that they're still profiting off of battle passes in a beta.
Right.
It just I don't know, just like a slap in the face to me. And it's all crossplay. I mean, the game was really fun. I'd go back to it if I got super bored one day and was hungry or something and wanted
Right.
portals in my game. So just wanted to mention that. All right. Might be my favorite time of the podcast, multiverses news.
Yes.
In a more deep dive into the game, everyone has like a cool like thing about their idle animations.
Yeah, I was like reading through these. It's sweet. Like they put so much love into this game.
It's unbelievable.
I cannot wait.
Dude,
yeah.
please sponsor us. Like for
Right. Warner Brothers, come on. Hear us out,
like,
please.
There's incredible references. Like when Batman goes idle, he does like his Dark Knight like in the shadows pose from Batman the Animated Series. We knew about this before, but when Velma, who I guess she's the only one who can apparently crouch walk, because she's missing her glasses, the screen gets a little blurry because she can't see, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah, that's so cool. What was the other one? This one. Shaggy's one skin is his uncle Shagworthy, and they like changed all the lines to like stuff he had said, and just sounds so cool. Oh, they killed it.
The one thing I don't understand is Adventure Time Finn, Adventure Time fan favorite BMO makes an appearance, but only when Finn has 1,000 coins and purchases the patented BMO chop. I'm confused. Does he buy moves?
I think that's like how you level them up, maybe something like that. But
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but
okay.
I'm excited that BMO's there. Oh, and then that Mr. Meeseeks is the guy you beat up in like practice rounds and
That
stuff.
absolutely confirms like Rick is in the game.
Oh yeah, they're
Like it
coming.
has to. It has to. I mean, perfect dummy character. That was a genius move.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all the voice lines change. Uh, in Steven Universe's death animation, not death animation, in his like loss, like stat screen, he's in a shield and like sad from reference from an episode where he's just stranded alone in space. It's just. Oh, and apparently, there are several ring animations, including one from Game of Thrones. The coolest one is Omega Beam animation that mimics the classic eye laser from DC villain Darkseid as it bends and contorts in random directions.
That's
Dude,
so
I
cool.
didn't. I would love Darkseid to be in the game.
Oh yeah. He was so good in Injustice 2. He was so fun to play.
Was he like competitively good, or is he just fun to play?
I think he was for a couple of seasons until I think they nerfed him later on, but like his laser beam, you could do that. You could control it and it would just like bounce around.
That's
So you
cool.
could literally sit at the left side of the screen and never move and kill the guy.
When is this? When's the open beta? Please tell me.
July 19th, something like that.
Can it be June 19th? How about June 6th?
Please.
Like how about right now?
How about June 3rd at 11:40 p.m. so we can hop on and play.
Yes, yes, love it, love it. No, seriously though, I'm way too hyped for this game. It's like I'm really afraid that I'm overhyping it and it's gonna be bad, but I can't see how it's gonna be bad.
Right.
So hopeful in that one. This is actually good news. So I personally hate New York because it's a crap hole. I'll in lack of a better term.
Yeah.
And I think that living there probably sucks, and going there for concerts is the only redeeming quality. But it's the first state to pass right to repair law for electronics, which I'm totally behind right to repair laws. I'm not. I don't really think it's even that controversial. But basically, in most states, you don't have a right to repair your own electronics, and I think that's stupid because like. So you basically want me to pay more money for them to fix their product that they basically broke, that came faulted.
Right.
You know, it's like it's just ridiculous. So now basically New York is saying in terms of release electronics that they need the company also needs to provide basically repair kits that people can buy to be able to fix their own stuff. They have to provide a means to be able to fix their product by them to themselves. So
Right.
so you have full control because like Apple, for example, you cannot do and you cannot touch your iPhone and without voiding the warranty or making so
Right.
they
Once
won't
you
touch
break
it.
that seal,
Right.
it's garbage basically at that
Right.
point.
So, I'm very happy about this. Here's a quote: "The Digital Fair Repair Act puts consumers first, levels the playing field for independent repair shops, and reduces our e-waste footprint on the environment." As iFix noted in a new blog post detailing the New York passing of the Fair Repair Act bill in the state legislature, the company notes that passing the law is one giant relief for repair kind. Because like for example, like iFixit, like they can't fix everything because it would fall under right to repair. Like because they have to be not sponsored, but they have to be partnered with like I know Apple. Oh no, actually I think Apple too, but Steam for example, they're like exclusive with iFixit where they're actually giving them the spare parts to fix Steam Decks.
Right.
I granted they allow you to fix it yourself, but they also know like, hey, we'll give it to iFixit. But in some places, you know, you're not allowed to go to iFixit to fix your stuff, which is just
Right.
like, so you want me to just mail it in and lose the product for like weeks and then make me pay for it? Awesome.
Right.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Apparently Massachusetts and Colorado have laws similar to right to repair, so that's interesting. But I would love for this to sweep the nation. Not sure how that's gonna work, but
Yeah.
I want that. I think it's actually absolutely ridiculous. I'm not allowed to repair a product that I bought without
Oh, yeah.
and without voiding the warranty. Like, come on, grow up, grow up. But yeah. Besides that, you got anything else? That's all was my list.
So
You don't think so, huh?
remember, it's Morbin time.
Oh,
Go
oh,
see Morbius. It's coming back to theaters.
yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Well, actually, I want. Did you see the movie?
No, I haven't watched it.
Okay, Apparently, I mean, apparently, like all I'm seeing is that the movie was like trash or it was okay. But then there's so many memes online that it got people to like want to watch it, which
Yeah.
I don't understand. What like
I don't get it, but whatever. Good for them. They can make a little more money. People will literally make this movie like bigger than it needs to be because of the meme. So
right? Like, are they actually
whatever.
going to go back to?
Oh, I'm sure they will.
You think so?
Yeah, cause well, it won't be like people going to re-see it, right? It'll be people that hadn't seen it and will be like, "Well, now I have to go see it because it's a meme." Like, okay, whatever.
I'm not.
No, I'll
You know,
wait till it comes out and then I'll watch it and then be disappointed. But
I'll just wait for it to be on any kind of streaming service.
dude, it's not worth it to go to the movie theater anymore. Like even like I was gonna go see Doctor Strange and they just announced it's coming to Disney Plus in 2 weeks. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah, so
why am I ever gonna go to the theater to see a movie again?
oh actually, there's one more thing I wanted to talk about. Did you see that they found in Smash Bros Ultimate they have their own form of wave dashing now called
Yes, I saw what is it, bungee leaping or something like that,
the
right?
slingshot.
Slingshot. Yep.
So apparently it's gonna it's completely changing the meta, like at least for the pros, because now like Minecraft Steve isn't really good at it, so which apparently makes him terrible, even though he's the most weird character ever created in any fighting game ever.
Right.
You got it like, but it's pretty precise. Basically, it's like wave dashing, but a little more complicated.
Right.
And I mean, I'm not. You know what? I will go back and play Smash Ultimate and play online just for fun of it, like in tournament, like the tournament mode. But I'm putting all my commitment into multiverses. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, there's nothing left in Smash, right?
Well, yeah, they released in December. They released their like their final character update.
Right. It's over. They balanced everybody. This is what the game will be for the rest of eternity, and that's it.
Which is, I just could you imagine if they made Smash like multiverses where it's a live service instead, and they just keep adding characters. You know, it's like literally
That's what they should
the
do.
yeah, it's actually the perfect formula for them.
Even if they didn't make it like a live service, right, and they just added like a new character every now and then they would have to buy, or just keep releasing Smash passes. That's it. I keep spending $25 for 6 more characters every year, right?
Well,
But
and I say
Just
live service that way. It's like it's never outdated. Like even if another Switch comes
Right.
out, it's gonna be on there.
Right.
Because now we have to worry about like at least with multiverses, we know there's not gonna be a second one. Like they're just gonna keep supporting it and supporting it and
right.
supporting
And
it.
it's digital, so
Right.
it should be an easy transfer.
Wait, is it? Oh, there's not gonna be any physical copy because I'd be down to get a collector's edition.
I don't think
If there's
so.
a collector's edition, I'm gonna get it. Like
Oh,
if it's like it comes with all the characters, like you don't have to like like
right, like I'll buy the digital deluxe edition or whatever that comes with like the first battle pass and
I still
some
I want a physical edition. I'd love to see some box art.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So other than that, yeah, that's the show, guys. We are again on Facebook Live because that's the thing now for some reason. Facebook's growing here and there, so let's get those numbers up. Follow us on TikTok, on YouTube. You'll find the VOD there. You'll find the audio version the next day. This episode in particular is not going to have our outro because I didn't have time to put it in due to technical difficulties. We got the Twitters. We got the website, goonsgamesandgear.com. You should check that out. And and Discord. We got that. Yeah, that's a good outro. Other than that, we'll see you guys on the next episode. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.